So hello guys. So in this video we are going to see how we can make a simple history based Q&A chatbot. So here we are going to consider class 10 CBSE history based question and answers. So in this going to be helpful to in order to revise your syllabus, right? So it's also going to be portable, so wherever you can go you can just play and learn with this chatbot. So this chatbot is also going to be very much interactive. So this chatbot also you can showcase to your friends and family, and also is going to deliver you a very quick response, right? So these are the some benefits you are going to get while making this history Q&A based chatbot. For this, first of all, we need to understand this chatbot flow, how this chatbot works. So from here, I need to give you a simple example so that you'll able to understand the complete flow of chatbot. Suppose here I am going to use a intent classification. I already discussed in my previous video what is classification process. So here I want to make use of intent, right? So how we can initialize this intent? I have already shown you how the label is going to work inside some kind of machine learning problem. Similar to this label, here we are going to replace that label from the intent. So here let me give you a simple example. Suppose if I'm going to write here hi, hello, right? This is hello. Let me erase it. Hello, right? So here I can write bye, thank you, right? So suppose if I going to encounter this hi and hello, so this both the word, suppose it can be sentence also. So this kind of word or sentence I'm going to refer as a greeting intent, right? So this kind of, if I suppose if I get this kind of hi, hello, are you there? So this kind of thing I'm going to refer as a greeting intent. Suppose if I'm going to encounter this kind of sentence like bye, thank you, right? So this gonna be your end conversation intent. So I'm going to consider, if I'm going to encounter this kind of word or sentence, I'm going to consider as a end conversation intent, right? So in this way, I'm going to initialize the intent. So in this four words or sentence, you can say I have like two kind of intent. One is the greeting intent and other is the end intent. So let me give you a simple example from this chatbot flow. So how it's gonna work. Suppose the user is saying hi, so it's going to start from here. So it will get response from the user side. From the user side, suppose if I got hi, right, this hi in the starting phase, this hi is going inside this predicted intent. So this can be done by the our classification model. Classification, right, model. So this is nothing but our AI model which is present here. So this classification model is responsible to predict the intent. Suppose if I have written hi, so this classification model is going to predict the intent type. So intent type, what is going to predict? So because as you can see for the hi, what we have set a response, how we have initialized this hi as a greeting intent. So this going to give me greeting intent as this wanna be of our greeting intent, right? So when we have detected it's a greeting intent, so based upon the intent, so we need to give a mapped response. For this greeting intent, we have mapped something. Hello, how may I help you? So this is our mapped response. This complete is our mapped response. So if I'm going to encounter intent is it is if it's a greeting, so this response I'm going to give to user side. So from here, from where I get the mapped response, from here, right? So mapped response we can consider from some kind of database, right? So let me show you here from this diagram. So here you can see, so this is our database. From the user side, I am getting response, right? From here, I am getting response, right? As a hi, I am getting, and this hi is going inside this model. So this is an NLP layer. So here the complete logic has developed and built. So here we have our machine learning model. So it's responsible for predicting the intent type. So when I have predicted the intent type, now it's going to see for this intent, particular intent, what kind of like mapped response we have. From for that, we can check our knowledge base or data storage. From both like place, we can check our mapped response. So for the greeting intent, I have checked out that we have set a response like how, like hello, how can I help you? From this place, it's going to take the response, and again, it's going to send back inside the user side. So the user will get the mapped response. So if person is saying hi, so the person is going to get a response as how like hello, how may I help you? But in some case, so I have shown you example of hi greeting intent and by like end conversation intent. Like suppose person is saying hi, hello, this kind, for this kind of input, so we are going to give a response as hello, how may I help you? And suppose person is saying bye or thank you, so in that what we can say is thank you for connecting with us, have a nice day. This kind of response we have set for two kind of intent. We have trained our model. Suppose if we are going to encounter some different kind of sentence, so that kind of sentence we have not trained in our model. So what model will do is, so model is not going to predict some kind of intent, so it will go in this fallback intent. So for the, if it's go inside a fallback intent, which means we are going to again ask user, please repeat your question or please enter a valid question. So this kind of thing we can ask from user. Again, we are go here and we'll ask to the user side, please ask your valid question. Again, if the intent is matched, so we are going to give the mapped response, and this way the complete conversation is going to happen here. Now we want to build a chatbot. So what kind of chatbot we are going to build is a history-based Q&A chatbot. For this, what we require is, so we need to first of all signing in this Google Dialogflow. After that, we need to create our agent. So the agent name will be our chatbot name. So here we are going to name as our bot as history bot. After that, once we have created our agent, we can search for our available data. So what kind of data we can search? So we can search our class 10 history question and answer, because we are going to make our history based Q&A chatbot. For that, we need to collect our data set. First of all, we are going to make use of our default intent. So as you know, this Google Dialogflow providing us a two default intent. So that also we are going to discuss. And here we are going to make use of our knowledge base. So knowledge base is one of the functionality that Google Dialogflow is providing us, right? And for the each question and answer, we are going to set our response. And afterwards, we're going to make use of some small talk, which is already present in our Google Dialogflow. So what is small talk and all? We are going to discuss one by one. अब हम क्या कहते हैं, पहले तो सबसे पहले हम लोग यहाँ पे लॉग इन करेंगे यहाँ से गूगल डायलॉग फ्लो में। तो यहाँ पर हम साइन इन कर सकते हैं विथ गूगल, राइट। तो हमने ऑलरेडी अपना अकाउंट क्रिएट किया गया है गूगल डायलॉग फ्लो के लिए, तो उस अकाउंट से हम लॉग इन करने वाले हैं। यहाँ पे मैं इस अकाउंट से लॉग इन कर रहा हूँ। तो आप देख सकते हैं ये हमारा मेन पेज है जो खुल चुका है। अब हम क्या करने वाले हैं, अपना हिस्ट्री बोर्ड बनाने वाले। तो उसके लिए सबसे पहले हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पे ये ऑप्शन में जाते हैं क्रिएट न्यू एजेंट करके। तो क्रिएट न्यू एजेंट में हम अपना नाम लिखेंगे हिस्ट्री बोर्ड का, हिस्ट्री बोर्ड _ ई। ठीक है, ये हमारा नाम होगा बॉट का। तो इसको क्रिएट करने के लिए हमें सिंपली यहाँ पे क्या करना है, क्रिएट बटन को क्लिक करना है। तो अब हम देख सकते हैं हमारा एजेंट नेम क्रिएट हो चुका है। जैसे ही हमारा एजेंट नेम क्रिएट हुआ, तो ये गूगल डायलॉग फ्लो में बाय डिफॉल्ट 2 टाइप्स के इंटेंट जो बाय डिफॉल्ट रहते हैं वो प्रोवाइड किया। तो एक यहाँ पे क्या है, डिफॉल्ट वेलकम इंटेंट। तो मैंने अभी आपको फ्लो डायग्राम डिस्कस करने के टाइम ही बताया कि ये वेलकम इंटेंट किस टाइप से हो सकता है। तो उसके लिए पहले हम लोग चले चलते हैं इसके अंदर, इंटेंट के अंदर। और यहाँ पे आप देखिए हमारे ट्रेनिंग फेजेस में क्या है, just going to say hi, hey, hello, hi, howdy, hey there, hi there, greetings, hey, long time no see, hello. So ये सब हम लोग क्या रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है, ये हमारा काइंड ऑफ कुछ ग्रीटिंग मैसेज को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है। तो हम लोग यहाँ पे क्या नाम दिए हैं, इस सारे जो भी अगर इस टाइप के अगर सेंटेंस या फिर वर्ड आपके सामने आता है यूजर के साइड से, तो इसको हम लोग बोलेंगे दिस काइंड ऑफ इंटेंट बिलोंग फ्रॉम वेलकम इंटेंट। तो ये हमारा वेलकम इंटेंट है। And you can see here and for the response of this welcome intent we have various responses. In this response we have hi, how are you doing, hello, how can I help you, good day, what can I do for you today, greetings, how can I assist. These are the kind of response we can send it to user when we are able to get this kind of input response from the user side. And we don't going to give the complete the whole response which we have set here. So it can be like one of the response we are going to randomly choose, and that response is going to go inside the user space. In the user only going to see only one response, so that going to be pure random. Afterwards, after welcome intent, we are going to discuss one more default intent which is known as default fallback intent. So the default fallback intent, I have already told you, if some kind of data which is not trained in our system, like those kind of data if we are going to get, so all those thing is going to come inside the fallback intent, which means in particular kind of sentences or word our model is not trained, so is not able to detect what kind of intent it is. So in that case it's going to fall inside this fallback intent. And this fallback intent we are going to set various responses. As you can see here we have set on around 12 response. So the 12 response is not going to send at a time, so only one response is going to pick and choose, we are going to pick and choose by this dialog flow, and we are going to send it to user side. So this is to by default intent is provided by Google Dialogflow. So here we are not going to make use of other intents. We are not going to create some other intents. We are going to make use of FAQ, right? So in order to use FAQ, what we can do, we can use this knowledge base. See, this knowledge option is provided in the right side in Google Dialog, left side in Google Dialogflow. So here you can see the knowledge collector is a beta feature. So this is kind of beta feature Google Dialogflow is providing to us. To enable this beta feature, we need to go inside this setting page and we need to enable it. So the where we can find this agent setting page. So here you can see one icon is showing. This icon belong from the setting. So this is our agent name, history bot E. So this is our agent name, and this agent name having setting option here. So this is here we will going to have our setting option. We need to click this setting. We can find out there is a beta feature here. This beta feature we need to enable it. So if I am going to enable this beta feature, so now we can make use of knowledge base. So here if I'm going to click this, first of all I need to save this one, right? So now it is saved. I can go inside this knowledge. Now here you can see no knowledge base is created. So we need to first of all create some kind of knowledge base. So here is the option, you can create our knowledge base, create the first one. And also we can specify the knowledge result based upon their probabilities. Suppose if the detected some kind of there will be several question, and for that question there is going to be some kind of answer, because here the model is going to give some kind of probability for the answer, that this much is probability for the. Now if a user has given some kind of sentence, right? So here one kind of sentence is there, sentence, and for this sentence our model has detected several intent. For this intent one, it has got probability of, you can say, 0.82%, and one more intent it has detected. For that intent, it is probability it is getting as 0.74. So within this two intent, so which probability is much higher? So as you can see, for this intent one, the probability is much higher. So here we are going to consider this particular intent. There is a chance that we can detect probability as zero point 0.4 for first intent, 0.42 for second intent. There is a chance, right? And we have set our threshold to 0.5. So in this case, so this Dialogflow is not going to consider any of this intent, because this probability value is not matching with this 0.5. If it's below than 0.5, so we are not going to consider any intent. So this particular sentence is go inside the fallback intent, which means we can ask user to repeat their query. So in this way, this complete flow is going to work, right? So now we can go and create our knowledge base. For this, I need to go and select this, create the first one. I can give name as a history bot, save. Now we can go inside this, create the first one, and I can enter the name as a FAQ, because the document name I'm going to provide as a FAQ document. So the knowledge type will be like, there are two kind of option is there. First is the FAQ and another is the extractive question answering. So here we are going to make use of FAQ. So we need to select this FAQ button, right? Now, so what kind of data we are going to have. So there is several options. One is HTML and other is the CSV file, right? So HTML data we are not going to consider, but I'll show you from how you can collect this HTML data. If I'm going to select this HTML data, type of the data is HTML, then you can see this option is enabled. So HTML data, how we can get is from the some kind of URL. So from here, from this URL option, I need to provide some kind of URL. From that, you can extract the HTML data. But here in our case, we want data that to be extracted from the CSV file. So here I can select CSV. From CSV also, there are two kind of option from where we can collect our data. So here we can also get data from the Google Cloud. One more option is there. And other option is upload file from your computer. So we are going to take the complete data from our computer. So first of all, in this case, we need to collect the data and we need to store in our local system. So let's see how we can collect our data. First of all, let me go in my mailbox. As you can see here, there is a mailbox here. I need to go inside this mail ID. For this, you don't need to like install any kind of Office. If you don't have, you can just directly do it from the Google Drive. So here I'm going to open the Google Drive. So here is the option of Google Drive. So here's the option, nothing is there, no file is there. So what I can do, I can right click here and you can see there are many options coming. So I'm just going to create first of all new folder, and the name of the folder will be history FAQ data set. So this is our folder name. I need to double click this folder. So it has redirect inside to this folder location. So now what I can do, I can go inside this Google Sheet and I can pick and choose this blank spreadsheet. Because what kind of data we required? We required CSV file. I can give name of this sheet as FAQ. Now it's very important. In Google Dialogflow, the data structure will be, so in first column, there like always we need to put the question in first column. So here the first column name is A and the second column name is B. In the second column, we need to put our answer for the first column. So here we have the question in first column. In second column, we are going to have the answers for that, right? So now what we can do is we can search for the data set. So I can write here as history class 10 question and answer. There are several options I can see. I'm going to choose this one. So there are many chapters which is available. So I'm going to select this chapter 3, nationalism in India. So there are the various question and answer you can see. So I'm going to select the objective kind of question and answer, right? So this kind of question we are going to select, and with respect to this question, there will be some answer for that, right? So for that we need to copy this one, this question, control C. From that we can copy and we can paste it here. So we need to do control V in order to paste it here. So as you can see here, we have pasted our first question. And for this first question, I have answer of this first A, red, green and white. Again, we can paste it in B column. No. So the similar process we need to apply here. So here we are going to have like 10 FAQ. This third, fourth. So here we have various options for that question. Now I have copied the fourth question, and for this fourth question we have answer of A, 1916. So I can write it here as in 1916. And for this we have answer of Kolkata session. For the 9 we have answer of this one. 9, 13. For the 13 we have answer of Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. 13, 14. So for all the question I have noted down the answer. 14 we have answered of this one. So the question is Jallianwala Bagh incident took place in city of. So this is the very popular question. I think you all of you know this for this question answer. So the answer is Amritsar. So now this one. For this question we have answer C, Lahore Congress. Now you can see we have created our dataset, FAQ dataset. So now what we can do is we can download as a CSV file. So we need to go inside this file option. Here you can see in this file option, there is a one download option is there. So we need to go inside this download option. Here you can see in the various file format, we can download this complete FAQ sheet. So in which format we required? So we required in .csv file. So we need to select this one and it's going to start download. Let me do it again. file, download, and comma separated one. Now here you can see it's downloaded. So this is our current file which has downloaded. Yeah, you can see the timing as well. So now our data set is created and it is in our local system. So now we can go inside this Google Dialogflow here and we can select this from Google Dialogflow. So what option we need to select is upload file from computer, and from here we can select our file. So this is our latest one. So I'm going to select this one and open. As you can see, the same name has displayed here, right? Same name. So now we want to create our FAQ database. So in order to do, just we need to click the create button. Once we have click this created button, it's going to start the working of the FAQ. So based upon the data size, it's going to take the time in order to give a complete document, right? So now our document is created in Google Dialogflow. So in order to view what kind of FAQ has created, you can just go inside this view detail, just click this view detail, and you are going to see the question and the respective answer. So here you can see who among the following wrote Vande Mataram, right? For that we have answer as Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. So this is the answer, right? So likewise we have several questions and their answers. So all the question as answer has enabled by default. So after this you can save this one. Now we go inside this knowledge base, right? We can check it out this complete data and we can set our response. Now our FAQ is ready. So what we can do is we can set our response. So here we need to just click this add response button in this responses section. So if I'm going to click this add response, so here you can see it's already created a response. For the each question, we have one answer. That's why it has given selected one, right? So by default, it is set completely. So after setting this one, we can save our complete knowledge base. So you can see knowledge base saved. Now knowledge base is saved. Now we can try with the question and answer. So what kind of question we have given? So this is kind of question we have trained our bot. So let's check like it's providing a correct answer or not. So I have pasted here and try it now. So as you can see, for this question, we have got our correct answer. Fear of offending the senatinase, right? So this is the correct answer for that. So here's the one more question. Who among the following wrote Bande Mataram? So I'm going to check with this question. So yeah, so it's providing us the correct answer. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Suppose if I'm going to write who wrote Bande Mataram, that's it. So here you can see the same sentence I have not trained in our Google Dialogflow. But when I'm asking who wrote Vande Mataram, it is giving us the correct answer, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. So likewise, you can test with various data in history and you're going to get the complete answer for that. Now this knowledge base creation operation is done. Now we want to see in UI. So in order to see the complete like conversation in UI, so we need to go inside this integration part. If I go inside this integration part, there are various options to integrate, right? So what we can do first of all, so here we can select this text based option. Here I need to select this web demo. So this web demo is going to provide a simple UI from the Google Dialogflow. First of all, we need to enable this. Now we have got our link of UI. So we need to just click this URL. As you can see, the agent name has displayed as a bot name. Now I'm going to write hi. Now you can see it has given me the welcome message. Hello, how can I help you? Right? So here I have written a question, who among the following wrote Vande Mataram? Or else I can write who wrote Vande Mataram? For this question, we have got our correct answer. Let's check with some other question. Jallianwala Bagh incident took place in which city? Jallianwala incident took place in which city? This is not the same sentence which we have given in the training time. So this is a little bit a different sentence I'm going to give. So now for this question also we have got our correct answer. Likewise, you can check with various question and answer in this Google Dialogflow.